I started 2023 out on a no buy, but around April, I actually kind of turned into a low buy. So in the months of April, July, and November, I did make some purchases. I am here to tell you that I found some real knockout products, things that stole my heart. And really just anytime I think about these things, I can't stop thinking about them. And I just have such a passion for them, I have to share it with you today. They might be as life-changing for you as they were for me. The first one that I'm going to share with you is one that I got on Grove Collaborative. I've been using that Tree Hut shave oil for years now. I really enjoy that. I find that it really gives me a good shave. My legs are really smooth, and all in all, it's a really great shaving product, much better than a foam or a gel. I found this on Grove Collaborative, and it's the Kitsch Shave Butter, and it's like a bar of soap kind of, but it's not soap. This goes on really smoothly. It ever so slightly lathers. The shave is super close. My legs feel moisturized afterwards. But the thing that sort of like took it over the top for me is the fact that this is the waste that can be recycled. The whole thing can be recycled, as opposed to those shave oils from Tree Hut where you can't really recycle the pump because it is, has metal parts and mixed plastics and all of that. So I felt so much better for the fact that this is the only waste that comes with that. This shea butter from Kitsch is earth friendly. It is cruelty free, gluten free, and of course, like I said, the packaging is recyclable. I have this scent with white tea and shea butter, and I find that that is really a very nice thing. Wonderful shaving product that really changed the game on my shaving life. The next two products are things that I got within the past 2 weeks, but I've been using them very consistently together, and they have really changed the game for my under eye concealing life. I am someone who my whole life have had bags and really dark circles all the way from the inner part all the way down. I've had that my whole life. No matter how much sleep I get, no matter how much allergy medicine I can take, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So I know that concealers are going to have to work really hard for me. I started to dive into color correcting and, throughout my life, and I found things like the Becca primer or the Becca under eye thing just wasn't the right shade. It wasn't really peachy enough for me. And so I found this from e.l.f. and this is very peachy. It is the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector, and this is the shade Peach. Exactly peach. It's just orangey enough to counteract the blueness that's under my eyes, and that really helps to cancel that out. And while yes, you can still see some of it, it looks so much better than it did before. So let me know below, are you someone that's like me where your concealers have got to do a whole lot of work? Because mine sure do, and I'm very thankful for these products. I use that color corrector in tandem with the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I decided to go out on a limb and try this because I had heard really great things. That it is a high coverage concealer, but not very heavy looking. And I feel like for today, it is perfect. It does a really great job of canceling out the really oranginess of this, but also not looking very heavy on my under eyes, as I am, over 40, and I have a lot of problem areas under my eyes, and so the concealer really has to do something special, and this one does. Have you tried this yet, and what do you think about this? This is one of the things that I got for my birthday, and I have tried Huda Beauty palettes before. The very first one that I got was the new nude palette, and I loved it. It was a great intro for me to be able to start with some pinky mauve shades. And so I've been wanting the Naughty Nude palette for a while, and I think it was on sale around my birthday in July, and I picked it up. And while the new nude is very pink, this is a lot more toned down in its pinkiness. It has mauviness and pink and brown and warm shades, and it is so beautiful, and it really complements my green eyes. That was something that was really very important to me, you know, this year, was to be able to find some things that complemented my eye color and, you know, my complexion and my overall tone. I find I gravitate more towards warm tone things, and this was perfect. I think my overall most favorite shade in this palette is called Irresistible, and it is one of the shimmers in here, and it's just such a beautiful pink. The mattes in these palettes are so smooth and blendable. They go really well together. They layer really well together, and all of the shimmers in here are really smooth and not super flaky. So I love those so much. The two things that I have that are the most life-changing for me, to be overly dramatic, the most life-changing for me is this one is a perfume. And I want you to tell me what your favorite perfume is. What kind of scents do you gravitate towards? I have found to like kind of more on the edge of masculine scents. I want something warm and cozy, and while I appreciate fruity, floral kind of scents, those are not my super favorites. So I got a sample of this, and I accidentally actually got two of them, and I was like, yes! It is the Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. This perfume, on this box, it says Simply Unique, and I feel like that is so true. This perfume is a little masculine, kind of feminine, and it stays really well on my skin for a long time. Other people can smell it on me, and I've had people ask me, what are you wearing? And this perfume I want to get in a larger size. I may start out with like the rollerball or the travel size, because perfume is expensive, you guys. So I may just kind of start out small, and then eventually, maybe later on in the year or after that is gone, get something that's a little larger. But this perfume, if that sounds interesting to you, something slightly masculine, slightly feminine, you should definitely try this out. I promise that you won't be disappointed. And the love of my makeup life this year, I'm actually wearing On My Eyes today, and I feel like this palette is the right amount of color for me. This eye look is something that I don't normally do. It's a little dark for me, and I kind of tend to go a little lighter. But this palette has really gotten me out of my comfort zone in the best way. It is the ABH Cosmos palette. Any influencer that posts a poll about what's your favorite thing that you bought, this is it. Anytime I see anybody using this on a YouTube video, the next day I have to use mine. I love this palette so much. You can do so many things with this color story. You can go light every day by using Space Dust and Sun, and that's it. You can go smoky and glam, where I use like 4 or 5 different things, including one of my favorite things to do with this palette, and I have so much fun doing this. I will take one of the darker shades like Eclipse, which I put on my outer V, and then I layered it with Mercury. Put Mercury on top of that, and then I started with this shade, which is Quasar, which is such a multi-dimensional shade. It's pink, it's green, it's blue, it's so many different things. But today, what it did mixed in with Mercury is it's sort of this blue greeny shift, and I just cannot get enough of this. I feel like this palette is a great color story all year round. I can use this in the springtime. I can use this in the fall time. I can use this in the wintertime. I can use this in the summertime. I can use this all year long, and I'm going to get my money's worth out of it because it's so versatile. The mattes are amazingly blendable, and these shimmers are so soft that when I first got this, my daughter dug her finger in this and it crumbled. But I was able to kind of push it all back together. This shade, actually, this fell off of my table, and this shade right here, Super Cluster, fell all over the floor. I tried to collect as much of it as I could and stuck it back in there. And so they're so soft. You have to be really careful with this palette because, you know, that you might lose one of your precious colors, and you don't want to do that with this because it's just so wonderful. I love it so much. And if you have been wanting to treat yourself to an eyeshadow palette this year, I highly recommend that you check out this beauty, the ABH Cosmos palette. I promise that if you're anything like me and you like color or you want to get into color, you won't be disappointed with this one at all. So those are the things that I have used in 2023 that are my life-changing products. They are the best of the best things that I have tried this year. And I've tried some really great things. Some other things I almost considered putting in the video, but when I thought about it, I thought, no, these are the 6 things that have really sort of like changed my makeup life, changed my beauty game, and helped me to kind of step it up and kick it up a level. Let me know in the comments below what has done that for you this year. What is the one thing that you just can't stop talking about and you want to shout it from the rooftops? I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.